And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be having a look at Batley and Spen again. Now, I don't know if you're aware yet, but it looks like Labour have won the seat and having a good old circle jerk about it on Twitter. So I thought we'd have a quick look at it. Now, obviously, you remember the video from yesterday where George Galloway expertly took down the BBC and gave them a masterclass in interview knowledge. Well, it turns out that George actually did quite well out of the election. 8,000 and odd votes he managed to get, which is the best that anyone's ever done on the first run. So he's done quite well out of it. What I would actually like to say though is Labour have not done as well as they're trying to make out. Now obviously this was a Labour seat originally. They actually won by over 4,000 I think it was last time. This time they only beat the Tories by 300. Yep, you heard that right, 300. Next to nothing. Now George wants a recount, obviously, and they've told him no, but he's promised and vowed to take it through the courts. So watch this space, everyone. Now this video is more about the main parties, to be honest. Labour and Conservatives. Both of those parties refused to talk or even acknowledge the Batley teacher. We all know who that is, don't we? The man that's shown, according to curriculum I might add, a man that's shown a image of Muhammad and caused the protest outside and the death threats and the threats to behead and our political elites running and hiding, because that's exactly what they did, didn't they? This poor man is still in hiding now. Let's have a listen to what JHB said about it, shall we? Because I actually agree fully with her on this one, and I agree fully with the anger that she's stating as well. This is a national shame in my opinion, but let's have a quick listen.
But the one thing that really didn't come to the fore, which should have, was the fact that, Batley and Spen. Why do we know the name Batley? Many people have never been to Batley and Spen, but we know the name of Batley because of that horrific situation of the school teacher who was still in hiding, fearing for his life, career over, in desperation with him and his wife and his 4 kids, after being threatened with death for simply teaching a lesson on religious studies and a free speech and showing a picture of Muhammad in a cartoon form to illustrate what the Charlie Hebdo magazine had done that led to them being beheaded. The fact that all of the main candidates, all of them, just said, look, don't talk about that. It's best not to bring that up. I mean, if I were in Batley and Spen, the one candidate I would vote for would be a candidate saying, we need to talk about the fact that a teacher has been threatened with death and has lost their job for teaching a lesson in school.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what... It is a difficult conversation.
No, it's not. It's only difficult because people like you refuse to have it.
I think also something that is worth pointing out that has been said before is that the teacher in question didn't actually say this is a controversial image, I'm going to send it.
Victim blaming.
And I think that is something that is important.
Are you going all weird and lefty on me? I mean, my listeners love me, but I could feel you suddenly became uncomfortable. No one living in this country who believes in free speech and democracy, and I realise that we are a dwindling number now, could possibly be uncomfortable talking about the simple fact of saying no one in this country, least of all a teacher, should face death threats for showing an image, a cartoon to children in a school lesson. No one ever, in any circumstance, whatever their motivation, should face death threats for that.
Finally, somebody's getting it. Am I wrong on this one, everyone? Finally, she's seeing the light. And this guy is an absolute joke.
And yet, but our political parties are just sort of going, feeling a bit uncomfortable about this. And I detected that in you as well. What's to feel uncomfortable about?
Out and out cowardice, I'm guessing, Julia.
Well, firstly, I'm always perpetually uncomfortable.
Yeah,
so I think
that's
something.
That is
absolutely true. I think it's because, you know what, shooting from the hip, it's because I don't want to stir up those kind of tensions. And I think that there is probably two sides to this story.
I'm not having it. No, Dave, I'm your biggest fan. I mean, seriously, I'm much more than your girlfriend, as you know.
Looking for excuses, I call that.
But genuinely, it's not about no. The tensions are stirred up when a mob forms outside a school threatening to behead a teacher.
cause and effect, everyone, isn't it? He's looking at the effect. Julia hit the cause right on the head.
For showing a cartoon. That's stirring tension up. Showing an image that some people find offensive, whether it's 1 billion people or 2 people, is not stirring up. No, we don't have a blasphemy law in this country. If people don't like the laws of this country, they should battle to change the laws, or they should leave the country. Those are your 2 choices. If I don't like a law, I try and change the law. But I don't go, I'll just take it into my own hands and basically bring in a blasphemy law by the back door by using the threat of violence. That's not how you do things in this country. Well, used to not be.
I'm absolutely not condoning a mob standing there and having
violence. Yeah, you are. You're saying don't talk about it in case someone does do that.
He's talking about morality policing. He's talking about, well, it might offend them, so we shouldn't do it, which is exactly what Julia says. Blasphemy law by the back door. He is an apologist, this man.
I'm saying the fact of them threatening it means we should talk about it every minute of every day.
What I'm saying is that you have to give people the choice. For example, we have a watershed. We don't swear on this radio station.
Well, not with the mic on.
And I think that is the point here, is that you have to give people the choice to say, look, actually, we're going to share this contentious image. You didn't do that.
Victim blaming again. It's part of the curriculum, you cockwomble.
That is not to condone a mob. That is not to condone beheading. Who is ever going to condone that? No one.
Right.
I think there are minutiae in between this.
But yeah, none of it justifies anyone standing outside the school or anyone making death threats, in my view.
And as you can tell there, that guy was a complete apologist, wasn't he? He's saying that there is no blasphemy laws, but we shouldn't talk about things like this because they might get upset. Sorry, that's a blasphemy law by the back door. And you apologist, are amplifying that. You're a disgrace, sir. Now, what's my opinion on this? In regards to the actual fact that the main parties would rather ignore the fact that we've got a teacher in hiding and with his family for their life, just so that they can win a seat, is absolutely abhorrent to me. Both parties are guilty as sin on this one, in my honest opinion. We've basically thrown a good teacher that was only following the curriculum he was given by the education secretary and the unions, has been effectively thrown under the bus and left in fear for his life. Absolutely disgusting. It needs to be called out on every opportunity, and well done, Julia. Couldn't have said it better, could we, everyone? Couldn't have said it better. Well done, Julia. And that comedian that was with you should be ashamed of himself. That's apologetics. That's allowing blasphemy laws in a liberal democracy. Disgraceful. But anyway, I'd like to know your opinion. Let me know what you think, everyone. Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.